So we're over into the next of our winch stages, and this one's called Reverse Mayhem, and it's called that for a very good reason. And the reason is, and Steve Blomfield from the Redbeard Racing team is going to show us why, you need to go up this first winch hill here, winch up to the top. When you get to the top, you need to position the car to reverse down right next to the same place you've just been winching up. When you get to the bottom of there, you need to either winch or drive the car across just a little bit. And here you can see Steve and his co-driver Shane winching the front of the car around to go back up to the top of the winch wall again. Once you're up there, you've got to winch back down again. And that's why this stage is called Reverse Mayhem. Now, the Redbeard Racing team, they've been competing for quite some time. They've been doing this WTC for many years. They've also been doing the Mackay Off-Road Challenge and also the CQ Off-Road Challenge. So they've been competing for quite some time in this Land Cruiser. It's an FJ73 series. Now, this thing is actually supercharged. It's got a supercharged V6 engine in it. And that's not really helping them much at the moment as they come down this hill. And these guys are now finishing off this stage. And the next ones we have is Hound Dog Racing. Now, Hound Dog have got a problem here. They've come in very slow, and it looks like they've got a flat tyre. Now, this is really going to affect their time badly. This is Shane MARSDEN and Trent WUST trying to fix it in their Nissan GQ. And they're now having a go, but unfortunately these guys are going to have to retire from this stage with a DNF. And no such position for the RB Rockhampton team. These guys are just finishing off the stage and have done quite well. This is Greg McDonald and Josh Garner. They're also in a Nissan GQ, finishing off that stage well. Now on to the BMS Racing team. And as I said at the beginning of this stage, it's sort of like an M-shaped arrangement, hooking up the winch to winch up this stage. And nobody's been able to pull their car up here without a winch so far. Nobody's driven the stage. Once they're to the top, they've got to let it back down on the other side. Going to cross across to our next competitor. Getting a wheel right up in the air there. That's not going to help. Need to have all the wheels on the ground to get up there to drive it. They're going to need to winch. Getting the winch off and set. Winching up the hill. It's the Anarchy team. Nissan Patrol. Slowly winching up. You may have heard him there asking him to put the locker in. He mustn't have had that locker in. Now lowering down the next section. This M-shaped stage, Reverse Mayhem. Car number 13. This is Mitchell Horn and Regan Case from Horny Racing. In a Land Cruiser, these guys getting off to a great start and hitting the first of the winch hills. Now look at that. They're going to drive this if they keep going that rate. Yes, they've driven up to the top. So these guys have managed to drive the first of the winch hills. That's going to be great for their stage time. Finishing off the stage now, driving down rather than reversing. Some of the teams are doing that. Next one up is Luke Fairbrother. Now Luke's just hit the tree in his Nissan Patrol, reversing down to have another go. And look at that, he's gonna drive it as well. He's managed to get right to the top. Fantastic effort there. They're going to cross across here to Stockers with lockers. Now these guys have already done the first winch hill and onto the second winch hill, using a bit of ingenuity to pull the car across using the winch cable. These guys are using their winch to great advantage here and now pulling up the second of the winch hills on this M-shaped stage. Now what are they doing here? Looks like they're using the winch to pull the whole truck sideways to allow them to get around that last tree. Now we're up to the Big Wheels Racing team. Another wheel up in the air. These guys having a go at driving it, but it's not going to work. Having another go now. Now onto the second winch hill. Paul's driving up that. He's managed to get up there. That's a great effort from these guys.
Good guys, want a bit of encouragement too, eh? So get up.
We're now over to the Toygoata team. This guy's having a go at driving this one as well, and looks like they're going to make it as well. So Goats managed to get up to the top. This is Team Toygoata. And here they are now having a go at the second of the winch walls, but not making it up. Going to have to use the winch there. Next up we have another Nissan on the stage. Having a bit of a backup before having a good run at this. It's climbing a tree there. That is not going to get you up this hill. Climbing that tree is not going to work, but having a good go at driving it will. So Peter has got up that one. Car number 10, this is Rough Nut Racing, got to the first of the of the winch hills without having to winch. We're going to swap over now to Diff Eater. These guys are looking like they're going to make it, but no, they're stopped. Stopped on the hill. In fact, there's a lot of wheel spin at the back, but not a lot from the front. I'm not sure whether four-wheel drive was activated then. These guys are having to winch up for the rest of the stage, but unfortunately don't finish this one with some issues there and having to be towed out. Head across to Wild Racing. Now here we got Wild Racing just backing down out of the stage and coming to the end of it. Next up we have the TNT Racing team. Troy and Anthony.
Hey, winching!
And now they're pulling up the second of the winch hills in this reverse Mayhem stage, getting to the top. And that brings us to the end of reverse Mayhem. So a great result there from Brokeback Racing and Team Toygoata. Both of these teams ending with 90 points and clear leaders over Wild Racing with 76, TNT with 72, and the Big Wheels Racing team coming in fifth with 69 points.